Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel Swami Vijay, and this is Swami Vijay speaking to all. In this video I am going to show you the latest updates Google has introduced in Google Forms to conduct online surveys or online examinations. Under settings, you have different options now. You can conduct your surveys or online examination in much more effective way. But before I begin the video, as usual, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you can receive latest updates information the moment I upload videos on YouTube. So in this video, I am going to show you the latest updates in Google Form to conduct online surveys or online examinations. So first let us begin the video without any delay now. So already I have prepared one Google Form here. You can see here, this is the Google Form which I have prepared for conducting reading comprehension examination for class 11 or class 12 students. Now here what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the settings under this settings tab, and as well as I'm going to show you how the responses, once you send the Google Form to your students or for others, how can they respond and what is the quick response. So now you have here questions, then here another one, it is responses, and now under settings you can see all these changes. Earlier the settings tab was here, maybe side to the next to add-ons or preview or customize theme, but now Google has updated this in this way. So now first you have to do whether you have to keep it as a setting, whether you want to conduct this as a quiz or not. So if you want to make this as a quiz, assign point values, set answers, and automatically provide feedback. So if you don't select this one, then it will not become a quiz, it will just become a Google Form. So if you want to conduct online examination or surveys, you have to turn on this option, make this a quiz. So let us select this one, don't forget this one. So once you select this one, now immediately after each submission, that means if it is MCQ questions, the entire question paper, the one like the one which I have prepared, then you can set immediately after each submission. That means after completion of each submission, they will get the grades automatically. The Google Form will release the grades automatically immediately after each submission. Otherwise, second option is later after manual review. For example, if you have questions which are descriptive way, then you need to manually evaluate those answers and you have to release the grades. So depending upon the type of question paper, you have to select. If it is only MCQ, then it is better to select immediately after each submission, release grades. Otherwise, later after manual review, turn on responses, collect email addresses, you have to select. Next one is say respondent settings. Now what is this respondent settings? Under this missed questions, respondents can see which questions were answered incorrectly. If you not select this one, your students may not find out under in which questions they have lost marks and they have written wrong answers. So you can select this also. I'll show you once the response is submitted by me from another login. I'll show you how these settings are effective. Next, correct answers. Respondents can see correct answers after grades are released. That means if you select these two, your students will come to know where they have committed mistakes and where they have gained marks or scored marks. Next, point values. Respondents can see total points and points received for each question. That means if you have set 2 marks for each question, then if it is MCQ, then automatically they'll come to know how many marks they have scored. In other way, if you have given descriptive questions and out of 5 marks each question, then if you are awarded only 4 marks, then your students will come to know out of 5 marks, the students they have scored only 4 marks, individual students. So point values. Now here global quiz defaults, default question point values for every new question. You can select like 1 mark for each and every question if all questions carry 1 mark. If not, then you can change the questions individually. So it is better to keep this as 0. Now come to here responses. Manage how responses are collected and protected. See, if you select this one, you can have the option to collect email addresses of your respondents. It is always better to collect email addresses of the responses. So you have to keep always this on. Next, send responders a copy of their response. See, this is the latest feature. That means if your students wrote examination and you have released grades, but your students are in confusion and they are demanding you to tell them where they have lost marks and where they have scored marks and why they are not getting marks as per their expectations. To solve that problem, if you just select this, send respondents a copy of their response when requested or always. So it depends upon you. You can select always, so that what will happen, the moment you select always, respondents get a copy of their responses after completion of their form. That means once they submit the form, they'll get the information into their email. Next, allow response editing. Responses can be changed after being submitted. No, it is not good, because if you don't limit to one response, then students can write many a times and it will cause headache to you. So don't allow responses editing after completion of submission of the paper. So now limit to one response. Respondents will be required to sign into Google. Now this is also some problem somebody asked me long back, that those students who don't have Google account or Gmail account, how can they log in and write? So it is always good to tell your students to create a Google account and then to attend this kind of examination, and it is always better to limit one response. In case if your students have any problem, or when they are submitting a form by mistake, if they have submitted without writing answers or without selecting answers to all the questions, then you can delete that individual response under responses tab. I'll show you that, and then you can allow them to submit one more response. So that is always good. Now come to here under presentation. Manage how the form and responses are presented. See, show progress bar. That means if you select this show progress bar, your students will come to know how many answers they have, how many questions they have attempted, and how many more questions they have to attempt. Now this one is one more option, shuffle question order. If you shuffle question order, then what will happen? Question number 1 to 10, the ways, for example, here I have created, see the question number 1 to 10, these questions will be shuffled to different students in different order. So if you are conducting only MCQ questions, then it is better to use this settings also, shuffle question order. But there is one confusion, whether if you set the questions under different sections, whether the questions under different sections will be shuffled automatically or not, that I am also not very clear. But if you if you have created questions under one single section for the entire question paper, then automatically you can shuffle the question order. It doesn't mean that you can shuffle the sections. So what I assume, that if you have selected or if you have created 3-4 different sections, in that sections you can shuffle the questions, but the sections will not be shuffled. For those teachers who are giving question paper with the objective and descriptive, it is better you keep the objective questions under one section and descriptive questions under one section, so that when you shuffle the question orders, the sections won't be shuffled. Next, come to here after submission. Once your students submit the question paper, confirmation message. See, by default here the confirmation message is your response has been recorded, but you can even change and you can write thank you for submission or just wait for the result. Like that also you can type as per your convenience. Why should you go with the same response given by Google form? Now see here, show link to submit another response. Disable by limit to one response. If you want to select this one, you have to deselect this limit to one response. Now if you are conducting a survey and if you are asking multiple responses, for that means one candidate or one student or one participant can submit multiple responses, then you have to select this one, disable by limit to one response. You have to disable this, and then automatically it will be enabled. So let us limit to one response. Now here, view result summary. Share result summary with respondents. That means they can see even the summary of their responses. So let us click this one and see what is this. So publish analytics. Let us see. So okay, publish analytics. Publish and show a link to the results of this form. All respondents will be able to see the summary. Okay, so that is also there, but we will demonstrate, then only you will come to know what exactly and how exactly it works. Now another one is restrictions. Disable auto save for all respondents. Never select this one. If you select this one, what will happen? Respondents will lose their progress if their browser closes or refreshes. That means by default, if you select this one, sometimes if the internet connection is slow or if it is not proper and if they don't if the by chance if the form gets reloaded, then what will happen? See here, all changes saved in Drive, but if you select this one, the respondents will lose their progress, the browser closes or refreshes. So don't select this one. Now come to this one, defaults. Form default settings apply to this form and new forms. Collect email address by default. So if you select this one, by default the form which you have prepared and shared will collect the email addresses. It is better to collect email addresses to send responses. Now question default. Settings apply to all new questions. Make questions required by default. That means if you select this one, the students have to attempt each and every question. Without attempting even a single question, they cannot submit the form. So these are the new settings. Some are the old settings and some are the new settings Google has updated or provided to make your service more effective and to conduct online examinations more effective. Now being said that, now let me show you, once the respondents, that means your students are the people whom you want to fill those Google forms, once they send or once they submit, how you can see those responses. I have already sent this in my another account. So here is the reading comprehension form. So let us fill out this form. Now here you can see this is the main form I have created, and in this login I am going to fill the form. So first you need to type your email ID, swamivijay0206@gmail.com. So using this you can conduct your examination more effectively. So enter your full name, okay, Swami, name of the school, all these things are important. Now here you can see the progress bar, and if you want to clear the form, you can clear and you can refill the form. So let us go to the next. Now this is the question paper. So it is a reading comprehension question paper. Now see here, the questions are shuffled. That means the first question which I have selected, it has not in the first position. You can see the third question has come to the first position. That means the shuffling, because all these questions are selected. I'll show you, all these questions are under one single section, section 3 of 3. So all these questions are shuffled. So now let me quickly select some options. Okay, let me go with one so that it will be easy for you and for me also to complete. So without reading I am doing, so don't tell me how many marks. It is just for example I am doing all this. Okay, so now I have completed all. Now you can see page 3 of 3, everything is done. Now let us go clear, submit. But if here you can see, if you want to deselect and if you want to select another option, you can select clear section and then select another option, and then finally a copy of your responses will be emailed to the address you provided. So better you have to provide the correct address, Swami Vijay 0206. So I will get all the responses into my email ID. So let me submit. So your student submitted, and you have given even view score option, because if you remember here under settings we have made immediately after each submission. So the moment you submit, if a student submit the question paper or form, definitely they are going to get the view score. So your response has been recorded as a message they receive, and then view score. So if the students click view score, here you can see total points. Where is the score here? Here I am not getting any score. Let us see here. Score 0 not released. Okay, let us release scores. Send an email and release. You can see here I have sent, but okay, let us see questions. Okay, see here I have not selected the points, so that is one of the reasons. So now what I have to do is I have to give points. So instead of giving points to each and every question, what I do is I'll make default question point 1. Okay, then I'll update. Okay, now here also we'll see what will happen if we update after submission of the form. Still they didn't get any points, I suppose. So I'll do one thing, I'll close this one and then again I'll come back. So you have to give marks, don't commit this one. See here there is no point. So now I'll select points quickly. So you don't make this kind of mistakes. You have to select marks. Okay, though it may be very lengthy, but you need to understand, if you have not given points to the questions, then your students won't get any kind of points after submission. So it is better to check before sharing the question paper with your students. So let me complete. It's not so difficult, so I'll do it very fast. Now, as I told you, if the students face the same kind of problem and if the students want to resubmit the form, then what you have to do, you have to delete the response. See here, I have shown you, here is the response you have already received. Okay, and the score has come 0 because you have committed a mistake. Now come to individual to delete the particular response. Swami Vijay. So click here, delete response. Delete response. Are you sure you want to delete this response? This action cannot be undone. Click yes. So now the response has been deleted and the student can submit another response. So now again come back. So I'll open my another login, and here in Gmail I should get the chance to, okay, see Google Forms, reading comprehension, fill out form. So same thing again we have to do. So tell your students, in case if they face this kind of problem, no need to worry, you can quickly complete those settings and you can redo it. So Swami VG0206, select next, name Swami, name of school KV Hebbal. These are the common mistakes we commit in hurry. So let me again see shuffle. So I'll just select answers very quickly. You must be knowing that these are the practical difficulties, practical problems when you are going to conduct the survey. So now I have selected all the answers options. Now I'll submit. Now something has come here, select all the images with palm trees. Why it is asking? Okay, let me select verify. It is asking verification. Okay, verify. Okay, your response has been recorded. Here you can see the response has come. Now also it has not scored, release score. Okay, wait, why it is not showing? Under settings, make this quiz immediately after submission is there. Missed question, correct answers, point values. Okay, let me update. Okay, now the student should get the marks. How many marks? Here you can see 0 marks because all answers are wrong. Okay, now it is correct. Here the answers are wrong, that's why the student has scored 0 marks. So now let us see view score. Now the student has scored 0, and the most important thing, as I told you, under settings, missed question, correct answers. Let us see what is the response. So here the student will come to know. You can see here the student has written selected wrong option. All options are wrong, so that's why the student has got 0 marks. Now see here one more correct answer. Respondents can see correct answers after grades are released. No correct answer given by the student, so he scored only 0 marks. And then manage how responses are collected in email, that you can understand. Now coming to again the same, and here okay, now see previous responses. Now here you can see whatever the responses you have submitted, you will come to know all this. Okay, all these things. So what I mean to say is that if you go with this kind of settings, then the students will get to know about the entire information, correct answers they have selected, wrong answers they have selected, missed questions they have selected, and you can collect their email and send respondents a copy of their response. All those things will come to email. I'll show you in the email whether they'll get a response or not. So this is a reading comprehension. I'll get back. See reading comprehension. Here what was received, view score, reading comprehension, thanks for filling out reading comprehension. So all the responses they will get. So whatever the option they have selected, whatever the options they have corrected or selected will come to know. That means in case of confusion, you can show them what is the right option and what are the options selected by the students and why they have scored less marks. So these are the new settings or new features Google has updated in Google forms. So it is always better to send respondents a copy of their response into their Google or Gmail account, so that they will come to know where they have scored marks and where they have lost marks. And don't forget to make this as a quiz, as the respondent submitted by me no correct answers, so that's why the student has scored only 0 marks, and you need not to release score again for sharing the information of the answers sent by the student. So these are the latest updates under settings to make your question paper, to conduct your surveys or to conduct your online examinations more effectively and more interestingly. So this is about this video, and thanks for watching this video. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel so that you can receive latest updates information the moment I upload videos on YouTube. Until next video, stay home, stay safe and stay strong. Take care. Bye.
Thanks for watching this video. If you have come to the end of this video, I believe that you are interested to watch a few more videos related to the topic. So now you can check this out video or watch this one. Click this video, it will take you into another video.